Hello students, we are going to learn quadratic equations, and in this quadratic equations everything from basic to G mains and advanced level we are going to learn. Okay, so today we'll begin with basic concept of quadratic equations. You might have learned this quadratic equation to some extent in 10th grade, that is what is quadratic equation and how to find out its roots by using three methods. One method is by factorization method, another method is by using the formula, and another method is completing the squares. And now you are going to learn this in detail. Okay, so we'll begin with so actually what is a quadratic equation. So first we'll see in this quadratic equations that a x power n plus a naught x power n plus a1 x power n minus 1 plus a2 x power n minus 2 plus 1 up to, if you go on like an, so where these are real constant, where a naught is not equal to 0 and a1 a naught is not equal to 0, here a naught, a1, a2, so on up to an are real numbers, are all real numbers. So this is called what? Polynomial. This is called nth degree polynomial. Nth degree polynomial. This is the first thing you should know. So this is a naught, this is a0. I wrote no, this is not 0, not equal to 0. Then this is x power n. This term is always present. So then the highest here, what is n? Here n is a natural number. N is natural number. This we write z plus. Okay, so z plus. So here this is what is called nth degree polynomial. Here n is the highest power. So n minus 1, n minus 2 means n is the highest power. This is called nth degree polynomial. So now let's take here nth degree polynomial. That means what? You learned in 10th grade, that is a third degree polynomial is called cubic polynomial. Second degree polynomial, that is no ax square plus bx plus c, where here a is not equal to 0. Okay, and here a comma b comma c are real numbers. So this is what is a quadratic expression, we say, or second degree polynomial. This is second degree polynomial, or we can say this is quadratic expression. This is what is quadratic expression. So yeah, so here this is what is second degree term, where a is not equal to 0 we wrote. So what will happen if a equal to 0? If a becomes 0, then what's going to happen is here this term is going to be 0. If this term is 0, then this is no more called quadratic expression. This becomes linear expression or even constant. So therefore here this is second degree term, this should not be 0. This is called quadratic term. This is called a linear term. What is this linear term? So this is bx is there. This is called linear term. This is constant term. So here complete expression means these three terms should be present. If b is 0, then this is not called complete expression. So this is okay. This is a quadratic expression. So here a, b, c are constants. We say that is the real numbers. So this quadratic expression is there. This is quadratic expression. What is quadratic equation? Now this polynomial is there. If you equate it to 0, then this becomes a polynomial equation. So now this is a polynomial now, second degree polynomial. Now if I equate this to 0, where a is not equal to 0, the same thing, a, b, c belongs to R, then it is called what? Then it is a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. This quadratic equation. So this we are going to learn in detail, this quadratic expression and also quadratic equation. So okay, first thing in quadratic equations, you should understand whenever you write quadratic equation, immediately you should understand a is not equal to 0, a, b, c are real numbers. First a, b, c are constant real numbers, and later of course a, b, c can be even imaginary numbers also, means complex numbers also we can take. But now ABC are real numbers, A is not equal to 0, immediately you should write this A is not equal to 0, then only it's called quadratic equation. This one thing you should understand. So now, okay, of course, you know this, I will not give example for this. So, okay, anyway, let's take this example, 5x plus 6 equals 0, this quadratic expression here. X square coefficient is nothing is there, means 1 is there, this quadratic equation. Okay, like this now, this ABC can be any real numbers here. It can be 5 by 2 and it can be root 6 and so on. So this is quadratic equation. Okay, now we are going to see what are the roots. So here the roots of quadratic equation. So what is the root of quadratic equation here? Roots of quadratic equation. So what are the roots of quadratic equation? So if at all there exists, if alpha belongs to any complex number, alpha can be any complex number, alpha belongs to C means what? Complex number. Or if you don't know what is complex number, so this is any, okay, let's take now any real number. So real or complex number, alpha is any complex number such that A alpha square plus B alpha plus C equal to 0. Then what we say is, then you call then this, then alpha is called what? Alpha is called root of quadratic equation. So I am writing quadratic equation short form like this, quadratic equation. So that means now here this quadratic equation is there. For example, here quadratic equation is there. What is there? X square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 is there. So for this now here, if I put x equal to, if I put here x equal to minus 2, let's say if I put x equal to minus 2, then what's going to happen here? Minus 2, if I put 1, what's going to happen? Minus 2 whole square, that's 4 minus 10 plus 6 equal to 0. 0 equal to 0. That means what? Here there exists minus 2 such that this minus 2, when this minus 2 is put here in this equation is satisfied. Therefore, this is called, minus 2 is called root. So this you must be knowing in this, in the 10th grade. So alpha, if there exists alpha such that alpha square plus b alpha is plus equal to 0, then alpha is called root of the quadratic equation. Sometimes this also, it can be also called solution of the quadratic equation. It can be also called solution of the quadratic equation. Okay, so here you learn three types of three ways to solve this quadratic equation to find out the solution or root of quadratic equation. So what are the three ways? One is a factorization. One is factorization. One is factorization you learned, and second is completing the squares, completing roots method. Completing roots method you learned. So, but here this factorization, anyway, you know, this completing the roots and formula. By completing the roots only you get the formula. What is that formula? Formula method. What is that formula? Is minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a formula. By using completing squares you get. Okay. So now we are going to find out the roots by using completing squares method. So here let's take this one, ax square plus bx plus c. So I am going to write here, this is equivalent to, I am going to take a common. Here this is an important expression which is going to be useful for our entire chapter. So therefore I am going to write like this, is equivalent to x square plus b by ax plus c. Okay, this is like this, and this is also equal to a into this x square. This is a square, completing the squares I'm using, a square plus 2 into a is x. So this is the second term I am converting into 2ab. So a square plus 2 into a is this. Then here 2 I multiplied for this term only I am converting into 2ab. So 2 into a is x then B must be B by 2A. So now if you see 2 gets cancelled, now x into bx by a only. But this I multiplied 2 and divided by 2. So that what happened here? A square plus 2. A is this. B is what? B by 2a. Now what I want is B by 2a whole square, because this is 2ab, na? This is B. So this becomes now what? B square. So now I'm subtracting B by 2a. Now I wanted this B square term, therefore I added and subtracted. Plus C I am writing as it is. So now this becomes what? Now A square plus 2ab plus B square. Till here I am going to write as A plus B whole square. A plus B whole square. Right? This is as it is. I am writing this is minus. If I take minus common, what's going to happen here? This 2a whole square is 4a square. Now here this is b square. Here in this only c term is there because I have taken minus common. This becomes minus, and this is going to be 4. This is going to be 4. This is 4a square. C. This is going to be 4. This becomes this a, when I have taken a common, this becomes c by a. This becomes c by a. So here 4a square is LCM. This becomes 4ac. All right. All right. So now this is the expression you should know. So this expression you should be able to remember. Now here what I'm going to do is, here we know b square minus 4ac. We write discriminant. I'm writing this with the d. If I write this with the d, so what happens is, here this is now a into this I can write as x plus b by 2a whole square minus this becomes what, b square minus 4ac. I can write d by, so what I'm going to write is root d by 2a whole square. I'm going to write this like this. I'm going to write wantedly. I'm using this expression because we are going to, this is very useful actually. So if I take a here common, what I'm going to get? Final one, a square minus b square, na? A plus b. This is a square minus b square. This what I can write is a plus b into